Hello everyone, this is Spluff5 here, and I am in my Skybeast world. Now I'm not recording a Skybeast development episode, I'm actually recording an episode for, delete all the items, alright, tips and tricks for map making. Now this isn't just going to be strategies for your map, because that'd be kind of boring. It's actually going to be like cool blocks that you might not know about. Drig blocks. Drig blocks are blocks that are uncraftable and can only be obtained through something like NEI that have some pretty cool and interesting functions. And also some things to be aware of, like some really obscure and not well-known ways to get resources that you might not want to include on a map where you're not supposed to get a certain resource, like Skyblock. For example, alright. Anyway, start off with some cool blocks. Alright, first one. Just flick through any eyes, see if I can find some. Wait, is that one? No. Alright, okay, first of all. Right, these things look exactly the same. Alright, they're burnable. And they look like the internal of mushrooms. They don't have any, like, red with white spots on them. You can't get them to have the colouring. But they just look like that. So that's the first reasonably cool block. Alright. I'm looking for a specific... Oh, here they are. Right, this one. It's called Stone Slab. But it looks like the texture of the top of a stone slab. This is if you want to have, like, fancy-looking stone walls like that. Where you want the texture of the top of a stone slab on the side of something. So that actually looks quite nice. Alright, okay, next block. Alright, there are a couple of ones actually called Stone Slab that aren't stone slabs. Right, those are from vanilla Minecraft. So, you can actually get those if you don't have any mods and you've just kind of stumbled across this video. Alright, I'm just thinking, what other really cool blocks are... Oh, there's a red power block that I should probably include in this video. Where is it? Here it is. Now, this is probably one of the most useful for map making. It's called Unnamed. No idea what it's supposed to be. It's just after the jacketed blue wires in NEI. It's an invisible block. Really, really useful for maps. You cannot walk through it. It's like... Right, it makes the noise of stone. Wait, I'll get, like, an axe. Yeah, I'll get an axe and a pickaxe and see what it takes to destroy it. Alright. Right, difficult to destroy the pickaxe. And an axe. What about by hand? Right, it's also difficult to destroy. I haven't done extensive tests whether it's possible to destroy. Though it does look very difficult, at least. Anyway, go back into creative mode. Right, awesome use for this is if you want tracks that look airborne, but actually aren't. Like, you can have suspended track, but what if you want, like, better ones? Like, for example, oh, this is... Okay, that's a good use. And where is it? Alright. Cool uses for this block. Airborne... Oh, no, never mind. That was kind of... Yeah. You can't actually place blocks on it, apparently. Like, you can't place track... No, you can't place track or anything on it. Can you place things like torches to have floating torches? No, you can't. Okay, so you can't place any blocks on it. Portal gun. I doubt that you can shoot portals onto it. You might be able to, right? Right, that's an interesting and cool function. You can't shoot portals onto one. So yeah, that is classified as a drig block. So is that. Blocks that are uncraftable and only able to obtain through cheating. but have some interesting functionalities. Okay. Right, next cool block. Iron tank wall. Now, this is not like a dreg block, but it is actually really, really useful. Right, iron tank wall. First of all, it looks... In fact, I'll get an iron block to demonstrate the difference. It looks a little better as flooring than an iron block. It looks a bit more streamlined. See, that's the difference. As walls, it still does look better, but not quite as good as the floor. But anyway, awesome thing about, okay, iron tank wall. Really awesome. Like, if you're building, like, a spaceship where you have a portal gun or something, it's technically a transparent block, which means you can't pick it up with a portal gun. You can pick things like Nikolite and other things up, but you cannot pick iron tank wall up with a portal gun. But you can see iron blocks. If you want something that looks a bit like an iron block, but you don't want people to be able to pick it up with a portal gun, use this stuff. Also, the gauge for iron wall is also unpickupable, and actually looks really awesome as like a window, like in a spaceship or something. Although, the only problem with it is you can see the borders between them, whereas in glass, it actually makes that invisible, so it looks like one pane. But if you have, like, just like a small porthole, it actually looks really cool. Okay. Next block. I'll go start from the end. Oh no, because those will all be items, so, yeah. Not going to find a really cool block in the items category, are we? Alright. Oh, I know of one. Not black ink. Well, yeah, there's stuff from secret rooms. I'm not going to tell you about the stuff from secret rooms. Simply because it's a mod. They're not, like, secret blocks or anything. So, yeah. I don't want to play with decay too much, otherwise I might ruin this map that I've been doing. Oh, these. Okay, smoking blocks. First of all, they look like the grass in the biome that you're in. They're not really secret blocks, they're just kind of cool. They're from, by the way, they're from Twilight Forest, and they just belch out endless amounts of smoke. Now, there's one called a fire jet. Now, not many people know what this does. It looks a bit like smoking block. Try applying redstone singles, nothing happens. It just randomly erupts fire. And I'll leave those there, and we might see it do it later. Okay. Next block. There's lots of blocks called... Alright. This thing called Unnamed makes a sparkly light. Now, this is just Nitor, so it's not actually that special. You can get it from just right-clicking Nitor on the ground. But it's just an alternate way to do that. That bit of Unnamed is unplaceable. There are lots of blocks called Unnamed. Alright, Twilight Forest Trophy is a Hydra head. But you can also get that from this thing called a Hydra Trophy. Right, I'm not going to go into these blocks, because, yeah, they're kind of not really worth going into because they're already from a mod. You can just go look up on the wiki. Many of these blocks aren't on any wikis. But yeah, as you can see, they're just blocks that reappear. Okay. Next, we will do... What shall I do next? Where's camouflage paste? That seems weird. It's just a missing texture. Okay. Anyway, sidetracked. Right, these are all items. Although there is something called... no, not obsidian tile. Tile leaves. Now, tile leaves is a black block. It is completely black. Like, if I'm going to make a room out of it just to show you how black it is. Now, if you make a room out of this, it would appear as if you were, like, lost in some kind of really dark place. Because it's so black, you can't actually tell where the different blocks start and finish. Like, it just looks like you're in, like, in fact, I would put a roof on. You can't tell you're in a chamber. It's like you're in blackness, so yeah. Now, there are leaves, which means they are... and daytime? Alright. Which means you can break them with shears. Now, these are... Yeah, you can break them fairly easily. So, be warned, they're not indestructible. And, by the way, these are used for the cherry tree leaves and the forestry leaves. For the forestry trees. Which means if you go pick block on a forestry tree, use the pick block button. Yeah, that'll happen. You'll just get that, so be warned. Alright. Alright, these are all the blocks named unnamed. Right, unnamed thing looks like bedrock. See if it's destroyable. Right. Unnamed thing called bedrock that is not destroyable. You can't destroy it. Invisible thing called unnamed. That's interesting. It's used up, but it's not there. Oh, that's cool. Wait. Oh, no, I'm just punching the Nikolite. I thought for a minute it was a block that was, like, you could walk through but still destroy. Alright. That's the red power one. This one is the invisible one. Again, what are these two? Right, this unnamed is actually burnable. So that's interesting. Right, they are, like, sort of half blocks. Or not even half, like part. And placing two next to each other will destroy them. And you can actually open the burnable one. That's like half of the secret camo door. Right, this is the top half of a portal spawner. Which you actually can't place. This is interesting. This is a block you can walk through. Actually, wait, if this could actually be really awesome. If I'll get, like, some rail. If you can place rail on this, it would be incredibly awesome block. Unfortunately, you cannot. Alright, block you can walk through. Interesting. And is invisible. Alright, next. Unnamed. This is the, invisible part. When a disappearing block turns invisible, it becomes this. Right, properties of it. I'm not sure if you can break it or not, but you can walk on it. And you can't place track on it. Alright, next unnamed. Right, this is part of... This is the part that smelts stuff. Now, this is actually quite... It's the part that smelts stuff in the infernal furnace. As you can see. Right, first of all, when you break it, it turns into a blaze. It will set fire to you. And let's see... Wait. Right. And I am now getting curious, which is dangerous, but okay. What happens if you chuck smeltable items into it? Like, I don't know, some kind of ore, like, gold ore. Why not? Right, what happens if you chuck smeltable items into it? They'll get sucked in. And will it smelt them? Because that would be really cool. Right, as you can see, it's like basically it could be lava that doesn't flow. That is still quite useful. No, it does not smelt objects that travel through it. Huh, that's kind of sad. I think that would be awesome. But yes, lava that does not flow, still quite useful. Like, even if I place it on the side, but it will still burn you. That is actually quite useful. It looks like you have to sink through the top of it. Oh, that's cool. It burns you, but you don't sink in it. That's awesome. See, I'm standing on it, but it's still burning. Yeah, I imagine that could be useful for some maps. Okay. Next, unnamed block. Right, that's unplaceable, and we've seen what that is. That's an item, so no. Tunnel bore. No, I get it. Right, unnamed. Ew. Okay, I'm back, and I'm actually in my portal in Minecraft test world. As you can see. Some portal stuff. That was my attempted emancipation grid. I won't walk through it because bad stuff will happen. That's a wheat leaf. But, anyway, oh, by the way, this is a holy hand grenade launcher. Watch this. Yeah, I'm continuing the video on this world because my last world crashes every time I try to open it. I have identified that the item that I clicked on is actually from Extra Bees. So, by the way, holy hand grenades are throwable TNT that won't actually injure you, but will injure mobs and will not break blocks. So if you need, like, explosions in some kind of jungle temple or something, then that's how you do it. Right. Okay, and the last two things are unnamed tower boss and just unnamed powder. But yeah, those are items. Alright. Now I'm going to move on to the part of the video where I talk about some obscure ways to get resources that you might not know about. First one is dirt. Now, dirt is supposed to be, like, sacred in a Skyblock level. You have to conserve it. Now, recipes for dirt. Right. You can get dirt, obviously, from a minium stone. That's no surprises. You can also get it from, well, you can get 17 dirt from a Tome of Alcahest, redstone, and dirt. Tome of Alcahest is made with all these items. So if you don't want them to get extra dirt, deny them these items and or redstone. Right. Obviously, you can make it out of microblocks. Now, you can get dirt from slag furnacing dirty gravel. But you're obviously going to need ore to get that, because the recipe for dirty gravel is to macerate, well, not macerate, to grind ore. So, right, you can also get dirt from grinding grass and mycelium. Now, that's obviously not a problem, because you need silk touch to get it anyway. Right, here's the part. You can pulverize plant balls and macerate plant balls, and you can get it from a scrap box. How is that in any way dirt? Just curious. Anyway. Okay. That was weird. Anyway, so yeah, that's how you get dirt. So deny them those things if you don't want them to get dirt. Right. Actually, I'll show you what the Tome of Alcahest. You might... Yeah. Right. This just destroys stuff, the Tome of Alcahest. But what... That's the Tome of Alcahest, and that's just the Alcahest. Alright, the Tome of Alcahest, made with that stuff. So, yeah, deny them. I think the easiest thing to deny people would probably be Netherwart. Alright. Or maybe Withers, but probably Netherwart. Anyway, this is basically equivalent exchange. It's a transmutation tablet. Alright, you can make dragon eggs. Out of a diamond, a nether star, 3 skulls, and glowing water, you can make more nether stars. So be aware of that. Right. You can also make additional dirt, cobblestone, sand, gravel, wood of all types, sandstone, clay, obsidian, netherrack, soul sand, nether brick, endstone, Alright, coal. You make 2 diamonds if you give it lots of lapis lazuli and another diamond. Right, all those ones before that require, well, before this one, require redstone to make the clone. Okay. More gold, more iron. These will require lapis. Alright, this one's back to redstone. More flint, gunpowder, glowstone, lapis itself, and emeralds. So be aware of that. So that's what that does. Right, a lot of you guys were wondering what the altar of... Yeah, the altar of light. The altar of light does. It makes glowstone, so be aware of that. You give it redstone. It's actually, the process takes a long time, so I'm not going to be able to do it on camera. But you feed it redstone until it lights up, and it will produce glowstone after a while. So be aware, that's how people can get glowstone if they have access to redstone. Okay. Clay. Right, the way you can get clay is, okay, you can get clay from washing red cobblestone. You can get it from transmuting gravel, and there's a whole bunch of yeah, you can smelt sludge into it. But a whole bunch of transmutation recipes, obviously. Right. You can smelt sludge. You can mix stuff. But the main thing, you can compress clay dust, but you need clay to get that in the first place. You can get it from centrifuging dirt, and as we've seen, dirt is a renewable resource. So if you don't want them to make loads of bricks for, I don't know, reasons, like Skyblock map, you don't want them to have loads of stuff that they're not supposed to have. Let's do this. Okay. Other things. Alright, glowstone. Obscure ways to get glowstone. Obviously, transmutation. There's no surprise there. Alright. You could have a small chance from pulverizing redstone ore and nether redstone. Tiny piles, obviously. You can get a scrap box. Scrap boxes are the main thing because you can get a load. Look, I'll show you what you can get from a scrap box. You might just, to avoid getting scrap boxes, you just might have to deny people glowstone, because glowstone is one of the core components in a recycler, which you need. Right, the usage for a scrap box, you can get hundreds of things from it. First of all, you can burn stuff. Well, you can, yeah, burn it. Right, you can get scrap. Okay, right, you can get wooden hose. I'll just quickly flash by that. Axe, sword, okay, all wooden tools. Signs, sticks are fairly common, actually. Right, grass blocks, that's an important one. Pumpkins, gravel, netherrack, I used that in my PAX East playthrough. Bones, rotten flesh, meat, food of all descriptions. That's weird, alright. Silicon. Right, just get lots of different things from scrap boxes. So be aware, and you might want to look through NEI yourself to make sure that they're not going to be able to get something that would allow them to cheat in your map that you're making. By the way, for those of you who don't know, a plant ball, the thing you can macerate or pulverize into dirt, you can make out of wheat, sugarcane, any kind of leaves, rubber tree leaves, saplings, rubber tree saplings, grass, or shrubs or ferns, more rubber tree sap. Now, this is like one of the most confluential recipes. Rubber tree saplings can be made into one plant ball, but they can also be made into 2. Anyway, alright, that's how you make a plant ball. Alright, next interesting point. This is a thing called an uncrafter. Now, I'm going to show you guys, I'm going to cut the video here, and when I come back, I'm going to show you an exploit that you might not want people to exploit using this thing called the uncrafter. But before that, I'm just going to show you what it does. Basically, it allows you to uncraft. Somehow. Oh, that's made in the rolling machine, so, no. Right. Here we go. It takes experience, but it will allow you uncraft stuff. Actually, no, it's not made in the rolling machine, is it? Iron tank wall. It's not made in a rolling machine. Alright, you can't uncraft iron tank wall, so that's another point about its positives and negatives if it's just a survival mode. Right. Iron furnace, you cannot uncraft. This is because it has 2 recipes and you could use it to cheat. But anyway, I'm going to cut the recording and show you guys an exploit when I get back. And I'm back, and I was just testing with the rolling machine whether you could uncraft it, and you can. So it's not, you can't uncraft the iron tackle. It's not just because it's from Railcraft. Anyway, right, the huge exploit is known as the gravity exploit. Now, it doesn't like reverse gravity or anything, but alright, it starts off with a gravity gun, which you need to make. Now, the other reason I'm showing you how to do this exploit is so that you can avoid it in your adventure map. Okay, gravity gun made like this. Now, what this exploit does is it makes a nether star out of a block of glowstone. Right, craft yourself a gravity gun. Now, you guys should know that to make a supercharged gravity gun, you either craft it with a nether star instead of a block of glowstone, or strike yourself with lightning while holding it. Now, how do we control lightning? Normally it's just quite random, unless you have Twilight Forest, which the portal for Twilight Forest makes lightning. Also, I'm just gonna this won't affect it. I'm just getting an interesting pointer. You can make a Twilight Forest portal using oil instead of water, but you need to place 4 blocks of oil. Just an interesting fact. Okay. And I'll go roses, because they look nice. There we go. That'll become a portal when I chuck a diamond in. Also, duct tape to repair tools. Does not have a recipe, apparently. That's weird. Alright, anyway, right, so what you do is you stand nice and near the portal, chuck in the diamond. And ta-da! The gravity gun is now supercharged. Which means it can do that. So yeah, now, this does actually require experience to do. 9 levels, but still. We have ourselves a nether star. Now, yeah, you get back the ingredients for crafting the original gravity gun. Then you can smelt up the ender pearls into ender pearl dust and surround the nether star to actually get a portal gun core. The miniature black hole, so you can make a portal gun that way. But yeah, way to get a nether star out of a block of glowstone. That's actually interesting. But you couldn't do that in survival mode, but that's interesting. It was oil, now it's water. Alright, now I'm curious. What other liquids can you use? The only other placeable liquid I know of is red water. See if you can use that. Well, we use still. So it'll be easier. Alright. Now I'm curious. Alright. Yep, you can use red water too. Okay, that's interesting. But you can't make red water, so that's just an interesting thing. Also, red water, by the way. Interesting block. It's not classified as a dreg block because it will have a purpose. it is an interesting liquid. First of all, it's red, and you can place it, and it flows. And it has blue particles, so just sort of a red liquid. Yeah. Sort of a little bit. It's just sort of an interesting liquid that you might want to use in, like, lights or as fake blood or something. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, was that the end of the video? I don't know. I guess so. And I don't know, I want to cover some other things. By the way, you'll notice that the tiny piles, if you want the tiny piles, you actually need to craft them. Like, for example, glowstone. You can get a tiny pile of glowstone dust. You have to actually craft it into tiny pile of glowstone dust. Because it's not in NEI. I think it's in creative mode somewhere, though. Anyway, that has been an episode of interesting tricks for making maps. Hope you guys enjoy. Oh, by the way, glowing water. This is actually a good demonstration. If you want to repel zombies quickly, like really quickly. In fact, I'll test it on Zombie Angry. I don't know if it'll work. Alright. Zombie. I am in. Right, Zombie Angry. Super effective. It's like holy water. Let's try any undead mob. So it killed the zombie instantly. Skeleton died. I don't think it works on things like creepers because they're not undead. No, it doesn't work on creepers. Doesn't even hurt them at all. But if you want like launches or something in like a jungle temple or something for repelling. Now, the further away it is, the less damage it'll do. Right. Also, if you want something to work on something else that's not a zombie, by the way, to get this you need a glowstone and a condensed splash, which is made with that stuff and just normal water in a vial. Right, the acid, which is made with that stuff, it's not quite as powerful as the glowing water, but it will damage all things. Lag. Yeah, damage all things, not just stuff like that. Alright. Yeah. But it's not as powerful as I've said. Right, let's burn these guys. Oh, also, end portals. All about end portals. They, for a start, whoa, I don't want to actually go into it. Alright. They can be used as, like, a backdrop of, like, space or something. Like, if you're in, like, a pretend spaceship and you're, like, quite far away, it actually kind of looks like you're in space. So that's cool. Also, interesting thing about them. Oh, don't touch it. They are invisible from underneath. This is actually where they are. So if you want to place them against each other, you have to actually aim down there. And obviously, they're going to send you to the... And if you want to destroy them, you can't just go like that. You have to actually destroy the block. Well, you don't have to destroy the block they're sitting on, but you have to aim at the block they're sitting on. So that's just help with end portals. I wonder if... I don't know. They don't travel through them. Okay, this has been... Yeah, it's been an episode on... Neurotoxin. Interesting. Anyway. Anyway, yeah, there's been and it actually, oh, that's a thing about Portal. It actually matters what angle, like, if I throw it way down here, wait, this angle here, and actually get it in, it'll come flying out at that angle, but if I throw it, like, straight up, they'll come flying out at a much higher angle. If you throw it straight up and down, they'll actually go back down through the portal. So you can actually make fountains like that. So yeah, this has been, as I've said, cool tricks for map making, and also things to watch out for in map making. Hope you guys enjoyed, and see you guys next time. Next video will be another not like a Plants vs Zombies video, but where I make a plant from Plants vs Zombies in Minecraft. Because this is my 99th video, so that video will be my 100th video. Yay! So, yeah. Look forward to that. I don't know if you guys saw, I can't remember if I showed you guys my, can't remember if I showed you guys my fume shroom, but it fired these because fume shrooms damage an area of zombies, and yeah, it's kind of fumey. So yeah, see you guys next time. Bye.